didn't really go to plan as well. I was hoping to get the older birds out for a bit of a fly, and then we could trap them in, get them fed, and then let it settle for a bit, and then bring the young birds out, because the main thing is trying to get these young birds out flying and sorted pretty quick. We've still got a few that are hanging around. Most of them are the red checkers and the pieds, so they're the ones that I brought in a bit older, so I think they're taking a little bit longer to get things sorted. You can see they're still pecking around. I'm trying to get them in. I'm going to feed the other ones, the main ones which we had out. There's still one up flying. They're a little bit scared of the camera, I think, so I've got to get them used to that as well. We're trying to get this guy dialed in now. Hey, that's one of the real cheeky ones. And they all just went up again because we've got this one here that's sort of still ripping around. What I'll do is I'll feed these guys, and whichever ones don't come in are going to miss out. My main aim is to get the young birds out. I want to get the young birds out. The weather is actually quite nice. So I'll get these guys feeding. Hopefully the other ones will come in. Oh, come on. Another one. Oh, yeah, he's want to come in now. That's right. Come on. Come on. Comes the pied, and hopefully the last red checker. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, so we've got them in, which is good. I think that's all of them. I'll just double check in a second. Main thing was, someone did comment and said, look, maybe feed these ones first, give it a bit of a break so these little babies don't sort of know that it's feeding time and they're going to stay out longer. So that's what we're going to do. We'll get these guys their little snack. It is in the morning, it's morning time, so I'm going to try and get them out again this afternoon. But the weather's quite cool and we've got a nice cool breeze, so I'm hoping we can actually fly these guys for a while. I'm hoping that the older ones actually roam. These ones are the oldest ones. We've got 3 lots in here, and we've got the young ones, the little bit older ones, which are the ones I'm trying to get out now. So get these guys fed, and then we'll get these ones out, because these are the ones what this video is about. I just want to get these guys out first, see if the coast was clear, see if Mr. Falcon was around. But these guys just kept flying for so long. They were out for like 40 minutes or something. So I was, you know, kind of jinxed me, because I thought I'll go out for like 20 minutes, have a quick little fly, check if the coast is clear, you know, a bit of trap training, they'll come in. But no, they wanted to stay out for a long time, which is good. It gives me confidence that these little guys over the other end here are going to do really well. So what we'll do, we'll come back in a second once these guys are all finished and everything's sort of settled down, and these guys know that there's no food in here. We've got to lock all these little babies up on this section. Come on. Here you go. You too. Oh, not you. Don't you give me attitude today. Oh, you've learnt your lesson. That's that little attitude riddled red Vanderbilt cross storm thing that I've got. So lock those guys in there. These guys, we're going to start trap training, and most likely I'll try and do it later on today when the weather cools down. I've taken the food tray out, as you can see. So hopefully we can start just feeding them when we feed the other birds and starting to whip them into line. I was waiting for the very last few to come through from the loft, but they're going to have to go into the next lot, just because, like I've said in a few other videos, what I'm doing is I'm just doing them in lots at the moment because it's so much easier. So this will be one lot, get them all trained up, trap trained, stuff like that, and then the next lot will be the few coming through at the moment. There won't be as many in that lot. We'll just have to wait and see. There's probably like 6 to 8 in the next lot. Get this door open. So these are the guys that I want to get out this morning. I'm hoping they'll go roaming. They are starting to fly pretty well. I really got to push them a bit harder. We've got time about 3 days of nice coolish weather, and then it gets hot again for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. So I really need to get them up as quickly as possible, because I want to get these guys out for their first time, get them up flying, and I want to combine these 2 groups together. So move these guys into here and hopefully start flying these all together, because I think there's 28 here all up. So if I can get this 28 up, then we'll have another 20 coming. There's nearly 50. I think at the moment in all the flying birds we've got about 57, so we've got about 2 more rounds to go. So we're probably going to be sitting around about 70 to 80 birds in a month or 2. So that's pretty much our race team done. Let's take this food tray off them so they settle down a little bit. Oh, and we still do have a red checker out, so we need to get that one in before we let the babies out. one's starting to be a real pain. I think it's one of the last red ones that's giving me a lot of trouble. Just does what it wants. So I think we're going to have to try reducing the food a bit. It's going to miss out on a lot of meals if it doesn't go in. Get in, come on. Don't you be a pain today. Oh, well, that's good. Now we can get these little young birds out, which is what we wanted. Just doesn't like me hanging around the loft. Red ones are giving me a bit of trouble, but we'll get them. We're getting there. They flew really well today. You'll see some of the footage in the beginning of the video. That was them flying around. Now it's time to get these little guys out. Fingers crossed. The falcon's not waiting for those guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. We're going to have to push this out today. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You too. Go. Mom, yeah, Mom. 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 Right, so it wasn't too bad. We're getting there, definitely flying up super high. You can see why the falcon prefers these. Young ones are a little bit sillier and they definitely fly up really high where he can actually get them. So I've got their food in there waiting. You can see probably some pretty good footage of Bullet. I'm going to call this guy Bullet. I think that's one of the first babies that we bred out of one of Leo's Storm daughters crossed with Shock. And you can see that he's quite a beautiful bird. He's probably one of the older ones. He does have a sister here somewhere as well, wherever she is. There she is there, that's his sister. Right, let's let him in. Come on. So I want to get them out again this afternoon for another fly. So I've gave them a fair bit of food actually, but I think they're all there. So I think, you know, we should be right this afternoon to get them out for a little quick fly. Actually, who are you? Are you meant to be on this side? How did you get in there? You're meant to be in that side. Come on, how did you get in here? Must have snuck past me. So yeah, all the birds are here, which is good. They all come in pretty easily, not too bad. Considering these guys haven't been out too much, that was not too bad, and there's some really good flying in that as well. So yeah, we might have to start getting 2 feeders in here shortly, because you know, plenty of free spots, but they just love to climb over each other. Yeah, Mom. Are you guys finished with that now? Come on. I'll have that, thank you. So they are still a little bit hungry, which is good. That's what I want. I want to make sure that when we let these guys out this afternoon, that they do want to come back in. So tonight I'll give them a fairly heavy feed so they can just, you know, be in a little food coma up on their perch and have a good sleep. Really got to sort these birds out. They're doing pretty good. You've seen the videos, they're starting to kit a bit, which is good. They're starting to really stick together. So I think over the next few days, if we really push them out, we can get these guys really flying. And I'm going to start working on these guys as well ASAP, because I'm shutting off the intake for these guys. That one's already crowing, I think. And trying to get these guys flying as soon as possible, and then we can bring them all into this section. So then we've got all our young birds in here, and then we'll go through and start filling this again with young birds, which will start coming through again very soon. Actually, they'll start coming through before we can actually get these guys in with them ones. So what we'll probably do is put them over in the other section for now, because there's probably a blue bar pied and a few other ones that might start coming across in the next week or two. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. They are really enjoying these perches. They're all quite relaxed, these little guys. Apart from you got attitude. You're like, no I don't. Oh, and you, I tell you, you're definitely one of the better birds I've bred this season. We'll keep an eye on that one. That's another one from Shock, but I feel like this one is, yeah, some of the Shock ones get a bit big, but this one's reasonably big, but you can see it's throwing that more Leo Storm, which is, yeah, we'll go into that a bit later on anyway. I might do a whole video on everything that Shock and his hen Little Storm, yes, Little Storm is paired with, have bred this year, and we'll go through and have a look at them all so you guys understand. Because we've got quite a few of them, and we've got maybe one or two rounds to go, maybe, because they're just quite nice. Maybe they're on their last one now anyway, because I do want to pair maybe Shock with Storm at some point. I want to breed a few stock birds for next year. We will fly them all over in here, but we'll put a pink ring on them, because next year I don't want to muck around. I just want to get all the breeding done for a team, bam, like that. So we need to make sure we've got a pretty good size breeding team ready to go next season. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. See you later.